Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Table Talk Show. A week seems so long. I'm just thinking about that. A week seems so long. It seemed like it's been forever that I've been on. But I want to wish everyone a happy September. We're going on to October. Summer's ended. There's so much going on around us right now. There's elections. Um, a lot of carnivals has gone past. Trinidad Carnival is coming up. Christmas is coming up very soon. I had a friend talking to me about Christmas, and I was like, wait a minute, we're getting into the parang phase already. And since we're talking about parang, Island Vibe is going to have their parang show very soon. So let me talk about that really quick so you guys would know what's going on. We have a special guest. I'm not going to release it yet, but we have a special guest. And on Saturday, the 14th December, Island Vibes is going to have their third annual Parang show. All right. And it's called The Parang Now Starts. So get yourself in gear for the King of Parang. And I just want to thank you guys for logging in, for being on my show, for being a part of Island Vibe. You can also um, go on the app. We have an app that I'm sharing. So if you on where should you go? If you're on my Facebook, I'll put the link there. I'm also sending a blast out to let you see what's going on. And I'm gonna send a blast so you guys could get the app, but it's islandvibe.net. So once you go on your wherever you get your apps, you could download it. You could go on Island Vibe on Facebook, also on Instagram, and download our app. Okay. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to my show. I have a very special guest. Actually, he was here before, but the time was so short. Like I can't do just an hour show. The show has to be at least 2 hours, and I get that. So we're bringing him back on. Some people might know him as Chancellor. Some people might know him as KINETIC'S. Some people might know him as Keston. So stay tuned for my special guest. And we have a couple games that I play and some juicy questions. And if you have any questions, make sure and hit us up on Facebook on islandvibe.net. Or if you're on my Facebook as well, you can also hit me up on at Nikki G the Voice on Instagram. Okay? Keep it locked. We take a short break and get back to you.
What's this?
Welcome to Table Talk with Nikki G the Voice, where we bring to you highlights of entrepreneurs, leaders, organizers, and much more. A broad spectrum of professionals, including chefs, artists, designers, musicians, and much more. Our show is a new brand of talk shows where we educate, bring transparency, and last but not least, fun. Table Talk. Get ready for our seasons, a roller coaster of emotions, all wrapped into one. Caribbean style. We'll cover our Caribbean roots as well, so keep it locked. Welcome to Table Talk. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and iTunes. Table Talk Show is now on Island Vibes Radio. You can catch us every Saturday from 10 to 12 p.m. Catch us live on Island Vibe Philly on YouTube and log on to islandvibe.net.
I do wrong again. People calling me name like they say again what again. The bush a cut it, the garden a fuck it, who the fence in a bucket. But the girl she keep on complaining when I do it. They say put your back into it. All I know I try. She didn't call him with another guy. What I do wrong again, lad? Tell me what I do wrong again. People calling me name like they say again what again. I buy she chocolate, I buy she rose. I push she out, I take she back, I pick up the clothes. I never leave her when people tell me she hot. And now she find a man and she telling me she done. What I do wrong again, lad? Tell me what I do wrong again. People calling me name like.
As soon as we reach, it's fire. I beg you please, turn on the water when we touch down. We reach, it's fire. I beg you please, we don't want no chase and we run. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. Hey, this about to be the time of the year. Right now is the time of the year. Get a wine and a wiggle and bounce. Free up and give me what I want. No drinks, everybody get drunk. Big man, everybody want more. Don't give a damn. We're a party people. This must get rum. That's just what we do. Come, let we jam. Me put your jam people up in the party and we come in. As soon as we reach, it's fire. I beg you please, turn on the water when we touch down. We reach, it's fire. I beg you please, we don't want no chase and we run. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. When we come with sick behavior, bad behavior, that behavior. We come in, we come in, we come with bad behavior, that behavior. We come in, we come in, we come with bad behavior, that behavior. We get bad in a year, stuck in a year. Tell reverse it and back in a year. Everyone get caught in a gear. Bad behavior non-stop in a year. Fresh back to the last now. We go hard like gas now. Don't mind if it pass out, 'cause it's down the road till the last house. We don't give a damn. We're a party people. This must get rum. That's just what we do. Come, let we jam. We put our jam people up in the party and we come there.
A road gang, doing what I want, drinking what I want, doing what I like. Me a road gang, doing what I want, finding how I want, skanking whole night. I outside from PM until the morning come. I gotta decide if I want to wine or drink more rum. This is my life, don't care about shame. Good, go dirty my name, 'cause I don't do this for fame. So you could call me loose, like the truth. I don't know what you come to do, but I buy my ticket to party. They go say I'm mad, then I glad, 'cause I come here to get on bar. So don't vex with me if I live in a bay. I like a road gang, doing what I want.
Okay, welcome back to Island Vibes. Matt, when you be the voice on Table Talk Show. My special guest is here.
So when I reach on the road, it's just
Going to jump in because I have jam-packed some questions. But if you're listening to us, just make sure and go get the app. You know, you don't have to just stay on YouTube all the time. You can also go on the app and check us out. You can add me at You Be The Voice.
So you could call me loose, like the truth. I don't know what you come to do, but I buy my ticket to party. They go say I'm mad, then I glad, 'cause I come here to get on bar. So don't vex with me if I live in a bay. Yeah, I like a road, yeah. Doing what I want.
Station.
Soca alarm.
IslandVibes.net.
Welcome back to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice on islandvibe.net. I'm here with my special guest. He's on Keston. Keston, you have to let me know which name to choose because he has so many names. But we'll get to that. Thank you guys for tuning in to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice. I have my guest that's on here. I know him as Keston. His stage name is KINETIC, and we have so many questions to ask, so many things to go through. 1 hour is never enough. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
And how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just waking up. I forget we're in a different time zone, so I'm like,
Oh.
it never far off, but I was like, does she mean 10 Eastern or
Oh God.
Central?
Oh yes, because I always think that you're in New York.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I'm always thinking you're in New York. You have a light right across your face. I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay. I
So
see
it doesn't, yeah.
I see
go
it.
with your visuals and stuff like that. Yeah. So you're in, I mean, I don't know if you want anybody.
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, you're in Dallas. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how is Dallas? How's the weather? I know you guys had a storm a month ago.
It's not bad. I think the storm was in Houston. I'm not too sure, but we didn't really get it. Yeah, it's hot out there. It's still, we're in the 90s right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, over here, as soon as Labor Day finish, it's around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Coats on.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see. I'm multitasking here. Yeah. Also, it's like 80 degrees. I mean, 90 degrees, you're saying?
Yeah, it's in the 90s. It's been like that all week.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, usually I'll introduce people and
Recording in progress.
I'll usually say, you're a songwriter, besides an artist, there's so many hats that you wear,
Yeah.
So many hats that you wear. So give us a little synopsis of how you started, well, where you started, at what age, so people will get to know you from there, and then we'll
Well, I started at a young, I can't remember the age, but I was pretty young. And how I started, so back in Trinidad when current going, we had nothing to do, no TV to watch, so we would just with my cousins and myself, we would just gather around and start just freestyling and making up songs and stuff like that. So that's how we would pass the time. That's pretty much where the music started from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
At a very young age.
I remember those times when my cousins will be on the porch, but we used to do scary stories. We had no direction. I mean, I know I liked singing. I went to Walter School of Music, and there they would teach you an instrument.
Yeah.
But I left before that. My cousin stayed. She did the flute. And then other than that, like, I love singing and just being in a clown and entertainment and all that stuff, So it's nice when you hear people, they know what direction they're going to be at such a young age and the influence that you have. So your influence, I read, was your grandfather?
Well, I never met him, right? I think he passed before I was born. But I always say, like, the music is in my DNA. Like the love of music, it's because of my mom when we ride in a car together and listening to like the old stuff, like old Sparrow, old Kitchener and stuff like that. And when they telling, because in their music, they told a story. So I would always be asking her, like, okay, what are they talking about? And she was so knowledgeable about all that stuff. And she would, so I was fascinated. Even my first song, right? Like, I remember in primary school, I was competing. We had a talent show and stuff like that. And my mother helped me write my first song.
Oh, really? Your mother, you said? Okay. All right.
Yeah. So she's pretty much one of my, my influence and stuff like that when it comes to music.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
So your mom helped you write. Was she a teacher or something?
No,
Or
my mom was a nurse.
a nurse? Okay.
Yeah, but she loved music so much, so she, we sat down. It was a song about I think this was around the time when Nelson Mandela got free.
Ah,
So I did a song about Nelson Mandela. I came in second.
nice.
Came in second place. I lost to a song about rice and peas.
Rice and peas.
Rice and peas. There was this guy, he had a song called Rice and Peas, and all he is talking about rice and peas Monday, peas and rice Tuesday. That's all he eating all week, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was pissed, man. I was like, oh, I had a good song, a song about Nelson Mandela, and I lost to rice and peas, right? But it was a learning experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I learned, like, when it comes to writing, you have to get your audience attention.
Mm-hmm.
You could be writing the most, song about world peace or whatever like that, and people attention span these expert, they want to be entertained,
Yeah.
especially with soca music.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that made me change up my writing style.
Technique. Okay.
Yeah, my writing technique. Yeah. So I write more like when you hear my music, it's very catchy.
Mm.
It's very catchy. It would stick, like like I'll play songs for people, like just previewing like songs I'm working on, and I will just hear them a few hours later just singing, and I'm like, oh, it's stick at.
Oh, really? So,
yeah.
so when you say catchy, right? Just give me an example, like compared to what
melodies and stuff like that.
Okay.
Sometimes a phrase I might use or something like that. Yeah. So something that will, like, you can't get it out your head. That's the goal. I write music that I know, like,
it'll stick.
It will stick. Once you hear it, you know, and it's so simple that you could sing along to it after. You'll remember the lyrics and stuff like that. So I try not to be too complicated, but at the same time, I don't want to dumb down my music.
Exactly.
So I kind of make it more fun, but still,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But do you think repetition helps as well besides melody?
Well, that too, yeah.
That
too.
Okay.
Yeah, that too. I can't get too, I even though at times I want to be lyrical and just going and going and going, and I'm like, when I felt people really listening to they will more remember the more catchy line, the ones where they repeat over and over, because when they rummage, you just want to move and think. You're starting to analyze the lyrics and okay, let me see.
Yeah, because I find sometimes, well, when I listen to music, I would listen to the beat first. It'll catch me.
Yeah.
And then the first couple of seconds of the lines, depending on what you're looking for and what mood you're in or something like that,
yeah.
Then, if it's catchy from the beginning, then you listen to the whole thing. Some people tend to listen to, let's say, you get horn.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case is, stories like that, but it's how you emphasize it that'll make you continue to listen. Yeah.
And that's what I did with the farming song. I did I went back to old traditional raw kaiso.
Yeah.
I kind of tell a story.
Yeah.
But it's still catchy. The melody is still catchy. You could sing along to it.
All right. So we'll get to your songs in a bit. I want to get get the listeners to get to know you a little more, the history of you and stuff like that. But one thing I must say, as soon as you turn on your songs, is like when somebody knows how to sing and they have vocal ability, it helps.
Yeah.
And then you have like a deep type of voice, and it really sounds good, I must say.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, that is you? I was like, yeah, when I go into that, I go into that, and it's growth, it's like, I work with a couple of talented people. Like I work with Wildfire, he helps me out with vocals and stuff like that. And a couple other people that help me out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. I wanted to go back to your birthplace, right? Which is Marabella,
Yeah.
which is not too far
Marabella,
from,
yeah.
yeah, not too far from where I live because I live Vista Bella, right?
Yeah.
How was it growing up there? And, you know, in reference to what you do now, like how did people reciprocate to your talents and you know, going to boys' school?
Well, I didn't really stay in Marabella long.
Okay.
I think I left in standard 5
Mm.
because my mom had migrated here, and then I moved up to Fifth Company up Princess Side.
Oh yeah, no, I know
Yeah,
Princess.
going up Maruga, yeah. So I spent a couple of years up there. But
Mm-hmm.
growing up in Marabella, I wasn't really into the music like that. I was just, just a normal kid, just running around playing football. That's about it.
Okay, so you was into football.
Yeah,
Hmm. All right.
I wasn't really into the music like that. I was in Marabella. Like I remember, like I was a fan of music, right? Because I remember, I don't know if you used to do it, but remember we used to cut out like the Calypsonians, cut out the picture and paste it in a book or something like that, or paste it on the wall.
Yeah, like the copybooks and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That's the
Favorite,
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the things I was, wasn't just a normal kid.
Hmm.
Normal kid.
Okay. So at
Yeah,
what point?
the music came a little like the music was like I on the weekends when my mom would drop us off to my grandmother's house, that's when the music, I would be into the music when I'm around my cousins.
Oh, okay, it came out
Yeah,
more.
yeah, it came out more.
All right, like we're talking and all that. But did you have other cousins who were interested in music as well? That's why.
Yeah, I had cousins that were into music that I looked up to also. So that's when I go up to the country. That's when because it was like a whole bunch of us.
Yeah.
Everybody's like around the same age, so that was like we were like heaven when we got up there.
That's what I like with being around family. Like,
Yeah.
I just went to a family reunion. Well, not a reunion. This was more so one of my uncle had passed away and
I'm sorry to hear that.
all of us, thank you. And all of us got together, but it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
So getting back now, I mean, I love pictures, as you know, and I had a lot of pictures stored in my phone, and so we were comparing the pictures and stitching the pictures and just reminiscing. And
Yeah.
even though you have a death in the family, when it brings you together, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you see who looks alike, you see who sound alike. There's so many different things. So the
Yeah.
happiness comes out, and then you can
Yeah.
start to relay everything.
I was just talking about that with my family. Like we have a little group chat,
Mm.
and we would share somebody shared a picture where it was at a family. I think it was a wedding or something like that. And I was like, it's always fun when we get together as a group. It might not be everyone, but it like a small group we get together. Like I go down there and we'll go on the beach as a unit. We'll have a line. It's always fun. I always look forward to that.
Yeah.
When I get together with my cousins and my uncles and all of them.
But is everybody in the area where you are, or everybody have to
Well, I
travel?
have a few of us migrated here. I would say about not even 10. A few of us, about 10 people, 10 of us. But I have family in New York still, and then the bulk of them is still in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I just want to mention that Soca to Soca said he posted Breakaway, Perfect Wine, and Love Language, and he did a blog on you. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
I think I saw that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
Thanks.
nice. Good.
Yeah,
So you can
appreciate it.
share it. You could share it so people can get to know more if you'd like,
Yeah.
send you the link. I'll have the manager send me the link and so forth. Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of you who migrated to the same place.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a few family members here in Texas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Okay, so migrated in the 90s. So after Marabella, and then you migrated to the US.
Yeah, Jersey.
Forwarding. Yeah. You migrated here. I remember meeting you, right?
Yeah.
With a friend. And we
With
did
Dawn.
and we did a photo shoot and so forth.
Yeah.
How was that experience with your first album?
Well, I never did an album. I'm
I'm
actually
sorry,
working
your
on
single. Yeah.
first single. Well, you know, I had songs out before, you know, but I think we got a lot of recognition with that song. We drinking with Ari,
Yeah, with Ari.
and that was like we were feeling like rock stars at the moment. We little one song we was doing, and we were getting shows and stuff like that. We were feeling ourselves, man. But
Really?
it was a fun experience.
Mm.
It was a fun experience.
Oh yeah. But do you stay in touch with her where you guys
Oh, that's my sister.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's my sister. We don't talk every day, but we always, you know, catch up with each other. Yeah,
Okay.
trying to get her back into music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So the name Kinetic, right? Where
Yeah.
did that come about? At what point?
So we were going by the name Southside. It was me and Kwasi.
Mm-hmm.
So we were because we were from Marabella, you know, so like we had the name, and then we took a break, and then Kinetic came by. You know, Kinetic is energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah.
I have this question. I think later down the line, but I wanted to ask you, when you're on stage or even interviewing or anything of the sort, right? I don't know if you're a shy person still or wasn't a shy person or always outgoing. How were you able to overcome that if you were ever shy, or are you always great on stage and never a shy person?
I still get nervous, you know, until I get on there, like right before, you know, and then once I get comfortable, then I'm in my zone.
Okay.
Yeah, I still get, you know, my nerves be, you know. Yeah.
So what is it? Do you say is being comfortable that helps you with your nervousness, or
Because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what the crowd is gonna do. You don't know how, you know, even with just like, okay, am I gonna remember my line? You know, every little thing will be running through your head.
Yeah.
And then you get on there and, you know, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I applaud artists for remembering their lines, because you have so many songs and then you have to remember these lines. I mean, when the music is playing, I guess, you know, it just comes to mind or whatever. You can tell me how that happens. How do you remember all those songs?
I honestly, I think you have to have a good memory, right? Because I don't write, right? All my music I create in my head.
That's what is so amazing.
Yeah, and I remember people like, you don't write down? I was like, no, I remember it. I remember all my songs from 10 years back. You know.
Jeez.
Yeah, word for word.
So since you don't write, so you don't have it written anyway. What about people who have to sing?
Unless somebody asks me for the lyrics or something like that, then I'll write it down. But most of the time, and that comes from, like, I'm a truck driver. And when I'm on the road, I can't just pull out a pen and paper and write down. So over the years, I've, like, when I'm creating music, I would just start repeating lines and then adding on to it, because I'm on the road so long. Sometimes my drives be, you know, 4 or 5 hours I'm driving.
Yeah.
So I just put on an instrumental and just start. By the time I get off the road, I have a song already.
Wow, that is super amazing.
Like, there are times, sorry to cut you off. I would write, like, if, like, I go to a studio and somebody like, oh, I have a song, I have a beat here, then I might just put pen to paper but most of the time I don't write. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. There's a question that I have later down the line about soca, right?
Yeah.
But if I want to know, like I love Spanish music. I love all different types of music. I'm very eclectic when it comes to music, right?
Yeah.
So if I want to know a genre of music, even French or maybe if they sing it in Zouk or whatever, I will go to Google and I'll put in the name of the song and I'll put in the artist and they have the whole thing written down.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if soca is missing that element where, I mean, maybe we could have, I've done it for soca as well, but not as much because I know what the song is saying and I know the words. But I'm wondering if that's an element that we might be missing if it's not there, you know?
You're right about that. You don't really see lyrics for you'll find it for dancehall, you'll find it for other genres, except, you know, it might be one or two songs out there, but you don't really see the lyrics like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe we need to start, you know, posting the lyrics so people could sing along and know what we're talking about. But
exactly. Yeah. I would
that's a good idea. I mean, I might have to start writing.
Yes.
I was like, this is too much work, man. I don't write down.
No, but now, I mean, because of technology, you don't even have to write.
Yeah, you got with AI and all that stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Are they gonna pick up the accent though?
You are?
Are they gonna pick up the accent or the slangs that we use?
I think it might because, well, you never know, because now with YouTube, you could change the words. And I think with let's say hypothetical Chat GPT or any one of those, once they get used to the lyrical content, then that goes out into the atmosphere, all these AIs or whatever the case may be, however it's worded. And then they will understand what our, what our language is.
Yeah.
Because on YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, on Google, they have a Caribbean breakdown of what our word and meaning is as well. You know, so you never know. You never know. All right. So I'm going to take a quick minute break. We'll play a couple of your songs in the background, get everyone familiar, and then we'll come back and ask you some more questions. All right.
No problem.
Everyone keep it locked to islandvibe.net. Make sure and download our app, which is on right now. You'll be able to see us on YouTube. I think we're using, well, I'll let you know what we're using later on, but download the app so you'll be able to have us in your pockets or have us everywhere that you go. We're also on YouTube. Go on Table Talk Show with Nikki the Voice and islandvibe.net. Add us also on Instagram and Kinetic. Also, give us your handles so they can also see you there.
It's Kinetic. My Instagram is Kinetic. ITSKINETIC.
All right. So we'll take a quick break and we would be back with Kinetic.
You still seeing that light, Nikki?
Huh?
Are we on here?
Actually,
we on there. Why we on there?
No, I'm not seeing the light. No.
Oh, okay.
I could tell by the look in your eyes, girl, you is a fine. The way you carry yourself, I could tell that you're full of a style. I want a full subscription to your show, no trial. Can't make it worth my while. Can't make it worth my while.
Already. Oh, nice.
So hypnotizing. I want you roll like a belly dancer. Come and wine for me with the data. You are the stick, I wanna be the charmer. You're whining proper. You're whining perfect. You're whining perfect. Love how you work it. I love how you work. I love subscription to your show, no trial. Can make it worth my while. Can make it worth my while. Oh, Lord, oh. Can I love the way you move it? So tantalizing. The way you do it, so hypnotizing. I want you roll like a belly dancer. Come down, wine to me with the data. You are the stick, I wanna be the charmer. You're whining proper. You're whining perfect. And you're whining perfect. Love how you work it. And I love how you work. And I love how you work it. Oh, Lord, you turn me on. Turn me on. Girl, you're back from your bond. You turn me on. You turn me on and on. You're whining perfect. And you're whining perfect. Love how you work it. And I love how you work. And I love how you work it. Oh, Lord, you turn me on. Turn me on. Girl, you're back from your bond. You turn me on. You turn me on and on. This the part of the song where you whine and go down, girl. Girl, whine and go down. This the part of the song where you bubble, girl, bubble right down, girl. Girl, bubble right down. This the part of the song where you whine, girl, whine and go down, girl. Girl, whine and go down. This the part where you whine and bubble, bubble start bubble down, start bubble down.
Going on
bubble
in a
start
couple
bubble
minutes.
Okay.
One second.
Caribbean Station. IslandVibes.net.
All right, welcome back to Table Talk Show with Nikki G the Voice. I'm on here with Keston, aka Kinetic. If you missed, the live earlier, you could go back. You could go on the app and look at us. You could also go on YouTube and hear the juicy questions and get to know him and add him on It's Kinetic on Instagram. All right. Welcome back, Keston. So you were saying, what is your day going to be like today? If you wanted everyone to know.
Running errands. I'm
Yep.
I'm setting up for a baby shower. So
Oh, nice,
that's
nice.
pretty much my day. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You want to be shower or you're going to perform?
No, mine. I don't know that. I don't think my wife could afford to pay me to. It's not part of the budget. I told her I don't sing for free.
Oh, Lord, Father. Even in
Yeah.
your own baby shower, you wouldn't
Yeah.
sing for free. Yo.
She's like, it's my shower. It's my shower. I'm like, okay. No freebies then.
That's so funny. I could go into so many stories, but I'll stay away from that. So your performances that you've done prior, right?
Mhm.
So let's say your very first performance, performing, let's say for, I know you've done for, let me see. Did you perform for Bungie Garlin, Super
Marshall.
Hester Band, Marshall, Ronnie McIntosh?
Yeah, a lot of shows in Jersey. We opened up, with CCB. So
Okay.
we opened up for a lot of big soca artists. Yeah.
Okay. And was this with your
This was with South when we were Southside.
Southside? Okay.
Yeah, this was some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some people would like to know, when it comes to bookings, right? And someone has to hire you. Did you have a manager back then, or you just had particular event promoters who would just call you and say, we need you? How did that start? I wanted to know how it started.
There was no management or anything like that. We just knew the promoter from, because Jersey is it was a small circle.
The small community.
So
yeah.
we knew the promoter, Hector and CCB, that whole family. So they were just like, hey, this person is performing, you guys want to come open up and get that exposure and stuff like that. So
yeah.
we appreciated that.
Okay.
Opportunity, to perform with such, big names.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you say, because a lot of American artists would say that you get the big money at some point, but I think in the American market, what they do is they would probably have like someone who's paying for everything,
Yeah, endorsements and stuff like that.
endorsements and all that. How is
Yeah.
it in the soca industry? Is it about the same, or your money is just upfront?
I see different artists getting endorsements and stuff like that with different brands like KFC and all of that stuff. So it's possible to get endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the shows and stuff like that. As far as streaming, I don't want to answer that because I'm not 100% sure if they really make a lot of money off of streaming. Because
Yeah.
I hear that even in hip hop, a lot of artists say that, you know, streaming money is not really, you know,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I just wanted to show the difference between hip hop artists and soca artists, because a lot of hip hop artists say they get like a penny on the dollar for when they make music, even when they in big stadiums, and
Yeah.
people thinking that, you know, sold out stadiums and so forth. But by the time they break it down and they pay the vendor,
This person
they pay
get,
the,
And that's, you know, it's good to have sponsors to cover the bulk of that, you know, the cost and all of that stuff, so where you can see a profit.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it helps. Sponsorship helps. Endorsement helps, you know.
Okay. All right. So if anyone wants to book you, where would they go to and what would they do?
They can email it's kineticmusic@gmail. Yeah, that's how you reach us. It's kineticmusic@gmail.
Okay. All right. Always on Gmail.
Yeah. So if
what was-
anybody, you know, because I write, you know, so if anybody's looking for a writer, or if any producers have any, you know, music they want to, any instrumental they want to send, you know, they can send it there. Because I'm always looking for new material.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very, very good. So let's go to, I think it's 2007, Southside.
You're going
I'm going back.
back. You're going back.
Yeah. All right, so let's focus on your song. Let's see, Trouble and Breakaway. You released back now. Answer the Call.
Answer the Call. That's a new one.
Oh,
So
yeah, the new one. So perfect
you
one.
actually have it first, Nikki.
Yeah, let's go to perfect one.
I didn't even release that to the mass. So I just
not as yet.
Yeah.
So we're not playing that today.
No, we played it. I'm just giving you a sneak. You know.
Oh, okay.
You get an exclusive.
All right, so don't mention that yet, because you know, wearing glasses and seeing here and normal eyes, like it's a new thing. It's a new thing. So Perfect Wine, right?
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like, what were you thinking? What was your thought process on that?
Perfect Wine. Well, it was produced by Bajan Republic, right? And I had the idea. It wasn't even I wasn't even going with Perfect Wine, right? I was just going with a song, like, you know, talking about a woman and how she's you're far from perfect, but you're worth it. That was the lyrics I had for it, you know. And I was like, what's Soca, man? Soca, you know, I go back to my thought process. I'm like, if people really want to hear that, you know, they might not. And then I just went to with you know, Perfect Wine. So I was playing around with the two options. I'm like, and I just went with Perfect Wine.
All right. Well, what was the reception in that when it came out?
A lot of people love it. I had reposted it the other day with me. Like I was actually in the studio, and I did a video of it, and I posted it, and that's when you know, and this was months after it was released. People were like, "Oh, this song is really nice, man. This you know." So it's like, maybe we should do a video. Is it too late? You know, that's like, it's never too late though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Perfect Wine is a vibe. It's a nice vibe. It's a, you know, nice chill song.
Chill song. All right. Yeah. When doing your videos, right? When you're looking for like someone to do your videos, how do you go about that?
Just with networking. Like I might know somebody who knows someone, you know. And I have a couple of friends a couple of people that I know that do videos, so I'll reach out to them. I'll reach out to like other artists, and like I'll look at a video and I'm like, okay, let me see who did this. I'll go read the credits and stuff like that. And
all right. Someone wants to know, when are you going to be in Philly?
If somebody book me, I don't mind coming out to Philly.
Do you sing? Okay, so I know you sing a lot of genres of music. Is parang one of them?
I have 2 parang songs that I did. I'm all over the place, Nikki. I do Afro, Soca, dancehall. I'm all over the place. But I have 2 parang songs I did with Mastermind and them. But Mastermind Christmas, yeah.
So why we have it to play it today? You have to send that.
That's it. Maybe when we do the Christmas interview, I'll send the parang.
All right, because we have a parang show that's going to be in December.
Okay.
You know, I mean, just
look at that. So I'll send it for you.
Yeah, send it. I mean, I would have liked to play it on now so people would at least hear your versatility. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when I listen back, I'm like, I could have done this better, man. But that's how I am with my music, man. I'll hear something that I did like a couple years ago, and like, okay. Yeah.
All right. So if I ask you to sing a cappella, would you sing it?
What, the parang? Yeah, I can do that.
All right. So let's do this song first, and then I'll let you know when to sing that one. All right. So I think we have it queued up. We're playing Perfect Wine by Kinetic.
You're whining. Could tell by you look in your eyes, girl, you is a vibe. You don't carry yourself, I could tell that you're full of a style. I want a full subscription to your show, no trial. Can't make it worth my while. Can't make it worth my while. Oh, Lord, oh. Can I love the way you move it? So tantalizing. The way you do it, so hypnotizing. How are you roll like a belly dancer? You are the stick, I wanna be the charmer. You're whining proper. You're whining perfect. You're whining perfect. Love how you work it. I love how you work. I love how you work.
Would you, hearing you sing, right? Have you done reggae as well?
Yeah, I've done reggae.
Yeah. Okay.
My style is I have a ragga style. That's my style.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that in your vocals in a way where you could hear ragga and you could hear, okay, so it's more about
growing up we listened to a lot of what we said dub. So that was the genre that I was doing. You know, we would say we could
dub.
Yeah.
I tell you, back in those days, like, you know, I miss that type of music. You know, I tell people I kind of get into not soca, but kaiso was something different. You know, to me it was more like political and things that was going on in the country, and you know, you really had to listen to kaiso. But when soca came about now, it was more enticing to me. You know, yeah, it was way more enticing to me.
Even though I love calypsos, I love it.
It's a good now I appreciate as I got older, you know, because I mean I used to listen to reggae and then hip hop and all those other genres. So when you hear that bouncy music as a kid, and then you come from a country where it's more a political thing, there's certain people that I would listen to. And then as the older that I got, and then when I came here, I appreciated it more. Yeah, because house music was different. Living in Jersey, house music was totally different.
You know, that's their thing. I still can't get it.
Yeah, it's really, really different, you know? All right. So drifting. So yours, I didn't do it in orders of year or anything like that.
Yeah.
So drifting, what was your thought process when you had that?
Drifting. Drifting was it's pretty much a vacation kind of song.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted that type of feel. I
Oh,
don't even know how
vacation.
the with the writing process, it just something might just come to my head and I'll just go off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it might just be a line and I'll just go off of that, and you'll be surprised, like it'll morph into just one line, and it will just morph into a whole
A
thing.
whole thing.
I'm surprised myself. I'm like, wait, nah, I went there, because even with writing, like I would start like a verse, like for example, I might have a verse half of the verse, the second half of the verse, I will have, and then I will
Come back.
write the first half and put it together, and then I'm like, okay, this is the verse, then the chorus should be, and that's how the creative process is.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place sometimes.
I always think that the chorus, is it a harder part to come by, or is the chorus?
With me, most of the time, the chorus is where I start with. Yeah, most of the time is the chorus, but I think with drifting, I started with the verse.
Okay.
I started with the verse and then the chorus, and then I called Kwasi and I'm like, you had a verse you did a couple of years ago. I think it was something good with this song, and he brought it over and he changed it up a little bit, and then I'm like, with the hook, I was struggling with the hook, and I'm like, let me ask Wildfire to do the hook for me, and he did an amazing job on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so why were you struggling on the hook? What is so hard?
I'm not really a singer, Nikki. Like I said,
really?
I'm more ragga,
Okay.
Yeah, so that's me. So I was struggling. I'm like, with a song like that, you needed a sweet voice. It would be an injustice if I was to do that myself.
And Wildfire.
I didn't want a lot of auto tune and all of that stuff on it. I wanted to, it had to be a sweet song.
Yeah.
So I had to get somebody else to do that.
Oh, nice. All right. Could you do a acapella for this, and then we'll play the song Drifting?
For which song? Drifting?
Drifting, yeah.
So my verse, come let we take off on a rocket, interplanetary, show you all the stars, the moons, the galaxy. Have you been to Zanzibar or New Guinea? Have you been to Thailand, Maldives or Bali? Yeah, arch your back like a crescent moon, back shot in a 5-star hotel room, yeah. Body celestial, you're so terrestrial. Come let me squeeze you on your thighs and your breast, Miguel. Welcome to the Mile High. Let's take a quick skinny night sky. Come let me kiss up your neck while I chorus you. Yeah, so we can take that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Take it away, Drifting.
Hey, babe. What's up? What you mean pack my bag? Where we off to? Really? You know you say too much. Okay, I'm getting ready.
From there we take to the sky, spread our wings like a bird and fly. We drifting. I wanna gaze in your eyes, I'm so in love with that smile. We drifting. From those heights, the ocean peaceful and calm. Oh, it feels nice, so nice to have you wrapped in my arms, girl. I want to hold you, girl, you're so fine. You got me on cloud nine. Take a first class flight out to paradise. Just you and me, baby. Just you and me, baby. We'll take a first class flight out to paradise. Just you and me, yeah. You and me, yeah. And if they over 10,000 miles, if they soaring to higher heights, if they it's Soca Roman vibes, that's the life. Yeah, that's the life.
Right? Very, very nice. It gave me that feel. Huh?
I said that's one of my favorites, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you that. I saw a sun, I saw a sea, I feel tropics, I feel really nice. Really nice.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you know, it's funny when I wrote, like when it comes to writing music, right? I try to get out of that box of soca where you're talking about, you know, the typical wine, you know. So I wanted to do something different, and even because when I presented it to the producer, he was like, "Yeah, but you want to make it you know." I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to. It's a vacation. I don't want to just, you know, make wine, and it's not just for
True.
carnival, you know.
True.
I don't want to make music just for carnival."
So since you're on that topic, do you think that soca is missing that element instead of, instead of wine all the time?
Yeah.
Like, what would take us to that next level? Because
We gotta be more creative, and I mean there are artists that are doing it, but we just need to be more creative and think outside the box and just instead of just carnival. I have music that I was sent and they were like, yeah, they're not doing that right now. Right now it's just in, you know, carnival mode, and you know the
uh-huh.
music that I'm sending them like they just brush it off.
Oh, really? The
Yeah.
DJs?
Producers, DJs, yeah, they'll brush
Wow.
it off. And I mean, there's some good stuff. I'm like, yo, we gotta step outside the box, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because, I mean, I would say soca is worldwide already, but
yeah,
it's just that, as you say, like some of our music is just wine,
yeah.
carnival music.
Yeah,
And
carnival,
then,
yeah.
yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with that, Nikki.
of course not.
Because during carnival, you want to hear that. You want the wine, you want the jump, you want the, you know. But then other than that, you know, let's make it where year round we could be listening to soca. And not just that, you know, you want, like, for example, drifting, like you want to hear that, you know, in my thought process when you're hearing that you're packing your bags and you know, because that was a video, you're packing your bags and you're getting ready to go on your little vacation, and you know, that's the mood I wanted
Yeah.
to get you in.
Yeah. Yeah, just mentally when that song came
Yeah,
on, that's exactly how I felt. And I think not to say that one artist does better than the other because everybody have their own fans, right?
yeah,
But I think internationally, a song like this definitely will do great
yeah,
at the international level. And I think that's where we need to go with it, not just, the whining songs.
yeah,
To have a lot of different type of songs, especially now since we have carnival in a lot of different states. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I think if they didn't have it already, I think in Hollywood they're gonna be having theirs.
They had a carnival in Hollywood
They
already.
had one already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's not new.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, it's coming up, isn't it? Coming up,
yeah.
about to happen, right?
I'm not too sure about the dates.
The dates, right?
Yeah,
So so my point is like we have carnival in so many different states, so tend to have something that everyone could listen into even after the
yeah.
carnival,
Because
right?
even Dallas Carnival is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Juve was last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I couldn't go. I wanted to go, but I couldn't go. You know, I had other, you know, stuff to do.
Ah, okay, to prepare for and stuff like
Prepare
that.
for, yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
so there's a carnival here in Dallas,
Mm,
and a lot of stuff is going on. I mean, so carnival is everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
But how do I mean, I know Dallas has a good community. I have a friend who's up on that side. I'm not sure if he's in Dallas,
Hmm.
or Houston. But he sings like ragga soca.
Okay.
Soca. And he'll kill me for not remembering his name. But Alex, do you know
That's a
Alex?
shame, Nikki. That's a shame, Nikki.
I just said it, Alex.
Alex, no, not familiar with it. That's his stage name?
The stage name is, oh gosh, my gosh. It's like Lion something. I remember it. I only know him by his regular name. I think it's I gotta go and try to find it.
Hmm.
Alex. I think he goes by Mr. We'll get it.
Oh,
I'll get
Mr.
it.
Lion?
No,
Not
not
Mr.
Mr.
Lion.
Lion.
Oh,
Oh my God. I'll get it though. Mr.
okay.
Black Sheep. Mr. Black Sheep?
Nah, never heard of him.
Oh no. All right. But
Yeah,
I think
I
he's
gotta
big.
look him up.
Yeah, I think he's big in Houston because he does a lot of, but I don't think you'll be able to see it from here if I show you a Rasta guy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
And you
so
does
going on.
soca?
Huh?
And you does soca?
No, not just. I think. Well, I guess a mixture of it's like ragga soca
Okay, okay.
or more. Yeah, and like how you were singing just now, that's how he does his songs.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Madness, you have Madness and you have Love Language, right? Those are the two older songs that you have previously.
Yeah.
This, what was your thought process on Madness when you did that?
Madness was just, it was not much of that. It's just hearing the beat and whatever I felt at the time, I just wrote it down. The beat itself, like sometimes the beat will talk to you and tell you where to go with the
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was the beat sounded like Madness. Yeah, so that's how Madness came about. Love Language is just me being creative and like, you know, you talk about the, you know, relationship. You meet somebody like, oh, what's your love language? And I'm like, you know, when it comes to carnival now, my love language is soca. My
Yeah.
love language is playing mass, you know, so that's what love language is about.
Okay, nice. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna play Madness and Love Language. Love Language.
Hey.
This is not a fitting, yeah, this is madness.
Why? Say we not leaving till the whole place smash up. We not leaving till the whole place smash up. Say we not leaving till the whole place smash up. We not leaving till the whole place smash up. We come to shell down the building, level everything. We not going nowhere till morning. Make sure the vibes is everything. Oh, we not coming in. Drinks after the flowing. Oh, it's problems. Can't see all of the pretty woman in the land of carnival. Can't see all the bamba Jordan, you will love the bacchanal. Drinks flowing like rain. Strong woman in vein. They say I saw one place fella. Some respect coming in. And if it win.
And the next one we're playing is Love Language.
Language, yeah.
Yeah.
Check. Took me up in the headphones a little bit. Darling. Yeah, song ain't good. Let me go. Rocks in the air. Put 'em up. Keep it up there. Flags in the air. Put it up. Keep it up there. Put two hands in the air. Put something in the air. Yeah. She had enough. She said she's tired, telling me to stay home. She had enough. She say I like the gal laugh and on the road. She done fed up. She said that we don't spend no quality time. When we always on a boat ride every week with a slide. Well, listen, darling. Soca is my love language. That is my love language. We're jumping on a big stage. Jumping up, that is my love language. What likes is my love language. Girl, this could be us. But you don't like to fetch, you like to stay home. This could be us. But you don't like to get no paint on your clothes. This could be us. But you don't like to party. What? You don't like to drink rum. Nah. Find out those in the ground. Look. Rocks in the air. Put 'em up. Keep it up there. Flags in the air. Start the weather. Keep it up there. Put your hands in the air.
I like that saying. This could be us.
I got that from well, you know that was a popular saying, but I got that.
Yes.
I remember I went to Carnival one time and I posted a picture with another masquerade, another female, and I posted it on my Facebook. I was like, this could be us, but you don't like soca, so I don't know if people back it up with that one.
Let me ask you a out of the way question, but it's leading to relationship. And why I'm asking you this is because when I got up this morning, you know, there's always something that you see that gets stuck in your head, right?
Mhm.
I do have my game questions, but I thought I'd ask you this question on the spot.
Yeah.
So this lady was talking about Gen Zs and different people, you know, whatever they call us now.
Yeah.
And she's saying this person asked her about her body count. Do you think it's relevant in these times to ask people about their body count? Does it make sense, or is that someone's personal business?
That's I don't want to know. I feel like that's what's in your past is your past, I
Yeah,
don't want to know.
yeah, yeah,
That's their personal business.
yeah. But
Yeah.
do you think is their responsibility if there's something that you need to know, they should tell you? Let's say if you had a crazy ex or whatever that
Yeah.
might be in the past, is their responsibility to tell you if it's
I mean, if
possible to
if
you?
they feel like it's gonna be a problem, then I like
Yeah.
listen, give you a heads up. I had this crazy ex. She might come and key your car, so yeah. But it's their responsibility, yeah, because you don't want to put that person in harm's
In
way,
jeopardy or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, yeah. All
yeah.
right. So in your music, right? Because I know you've done a lot of music, just like how you say you have parang and we get the parang. So have you have you done Grenadian music? Have you worked with any Grenadian artists?
I think Madness from no, I think Madness was a St. Lucia producer, but I work with different producers from other islands. I would love to work with other artists. Like I would love to work with like Skinny and
Okay.
like Problem Child and other different artists.
All right. And producers.
Yeah.
Well, I have a Grenadian producer for you. He actually
Yeah,
won Road March. So I could send you that information if you'd like,
yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Um okay, so you did say that you'd like to work with different producers and stuff. But do you have any particular artists that you think of that you'd like to work with? I know you mentioned Skinny.
Yeah.
And any memorable as a two-part question, any memorable experiences with an artist that you enjoyed working with?
Who I would like to work with, I would say Bungie.
Hmm.
I think that would be my number one artist to work with. There's a lot of there's this guy Short Pre. I love his music. Yeah. Like I like his writing and all that stuff. Marshall, Kess, a couple of there's a lot of artists I'm fans of, and
Yeah.
I like to her writing skills, Nadia.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly, Nadia. Like she has some writing skills. And I'm glad that, I mean, I didn't know at one point that she was writing, but then I think after she left Keston, then she started performing and then she came out on her own. But I've always been a fan of hers.
Yeah, she's talented.
Yeah, yeah. I that's one person I'd like to interview as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They always say put it out in the air, so I'm doing that. Yeah.
I have a funny story with her, right? So I remember at a time when this was years ago when I was, I was like thinking I'm this writer, and I reached out to her like, yeah, I think I have a song. I'm a writer of a song, and she's like, why would you think I would? What would make you think I like this? I would like this song. She's actually doing it. I'm like, and then it never developed. And then fast forward to like finding out like she's this great writer. I'm like, she didn't need me.
Maybe she was joking because she seems like
I don't know. I didn't think no offense to it.
I think it's a heart, yeah.
Yeah. I think she just asked like why what like sell it to me. Like why would I need a writer? Like,
right.
Yeah, like that kind of that was the response was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like
You were dumbfounded.
Yeah, like I didn't have no response. I'm like yeah.
Yeah, I think Voice probably did. I saw a very short interview with Daniel, the one who does If You Know, You Know. And I think Voice might have penned something for her once, I think. But then with someone at that caliber, I could see where you're like, oh my God, like this question she's asking me, would she ever,
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
As far as working with other artists, I think the only person I actually worked with was Cohen Dubois. And that was like we didn't have a song together, but he had a competition called Pressure Cooker.
Okay.
And he put out he put out a beat, and he sent it out, and you had to write a song to the beat. But it was like you're on camera, like how I am right now. That's how you have to record it. You have to record the song, singing the song, and I actually won that competition. And he gave me the option, like, you know, you could record the song in a studio in New York. You know, I was in Jersey at the time, or you could come out to Canada. And me and Ari jumped in the car. We went up to Canada. I was like, nope, I'm going there and meet him in person.
And be there,
and it was a fun experience working with him, you know, cool guy. You know, so that was my only experience as far as working with artists.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I interviewed someone, you know, and what came out of it. Well, one of the questions that came out of it, or what people always say is like, there's gatekeepers in soca. And I don't think that we need to have gatekeepers in soca, especially if we're trying to get out there. Everybody wants a hit, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to go to that next level. What would you say to that? What advice, or just something to say to
I would say just networking is important, right? Because you always say like, oh, everybody have their clique, and you know, you see a lot of artists, they're cool with each other and stuff. So networking is important. Building a relationship with, you know, relationships is important. You're gonna have obstacles. You're gonna have roadblocks. You're gonna feel like, yeah, they don't want, you know, but you gotta just keep pushing. And if it's music is what you like, I always say, right, I would never stop, like, you know, like I would never stop creating music. Even if my music don't, you know, I would always, like, there are times with Nikki, I would say, you know what, I taking a break from this music. I get frustrated. Yeah, I do. Even after so many years, I still get frustrated, and I'm like, taking a break from music.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I'm like online looking for, you know, I'm like, I can't stop.
It happens, because even with me, sometimes with my show, with photography, it's like I'm multimedia, right?
Yeah.
So before I said I wanted to just concentrate on the voice. When the pandemic hit, and I want to ask you about the pandemic as well. When the pandemic hit, of course, photography, it was null and void almost, because no events was able to happen. So I'm like, how am I going to do this? I mean, I had my job, but it's just that was my second income. I didn't want to have to go out and work another job, especially when you have family, right? So I said, I want to make my own income. And a lot of times, I would say a lot of times I've been where, should I just stop everything and just go work for someone?
Yeah.
You know, it's guaranteed money. But then when you have the passion for something,
and that's what it is.
Yeah. And then people come and tell you, oh, you know what? I heard your voice somewhere, or I heard your song, or, you know, you inspired me. That part where someone says you inspire me, you know, you're doing a great job. You know that you're reaching out to someone, but at the same time, you still have to be able to feed your family off of what you're doing.
Exactly, yeah. So you gotta prioritize and say, you know what, like, that's me. I'm like, all right, I gotta take care of business first, because I'm a business owner.
Exactly.
And then focus on the music. And
yeah.
It's hard. It's a struggle to balance, you know. So because you gotta take care. You gotta make sure that one is
sustained. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah. And if music part is your passion, and a part of, you know, of course, budget and money and all that type of stuff, then you have to do things in order to leverage it, or make it better than what it is. And it comes to better business management, marketing. There's so many things that you need to do, because you can't just sit down there. Like, just because someone hears my voice, I don't expect everybody to just run to me. I have to market myself in a certain way to make that happen. You know? So
oh, sorry to cut you off. That's the problem too with myself. I'll be like, oh, you don't do this enough, you don't, and I'm like, it's more to it, you know. It's not just putting on music, and, you know, you have to have a presence. It's about promoting and stuff like that. And then when I'm dealing like with my, you know, business side and stuff, like sometimes I will have a crazy week where I don't have time to hop on Instagram and post and you know, so that's the struggle. And that's why it's good to have you need a team on your side. A lot of the artists that they'll have their team, they'll have the publicist, they'll have the manager, they'll have this, that,
Yeah.
that's definitely needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And collateral, because
And that too, but sometimes there's the funds too.
Yeah.
To do, because there's photo shoots. Like I wanna be able to get, new photos, and you gotta buy outfits, you gotta do,
Yeah.
it's a lot to it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sometimes you don't have, you might be going through a little drought, you don't have the resources,
Mm-hmm.
but I still create, I still put it out there.
Yeah. But how was it for you during the pandemic?
It slowed down as far as, because I just moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I moved here in November 2019, and then the pandemic came. So I couldn't really go anywhere to record and stuff. So that's why I learned to do I bought my setup, and I started recording myself. And I like, okay, I'll just send it out. I can record myself and just send it out. Have my stuff, mix and mastered and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't really create much music during the pandemic. I think I did one song called Good Morning, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, and I think I had interviewed some Afro Soca artists, and I think they said that's when Afro Soca exceeded or took off during the pandemic, because they took preference to that and made it happen. And then soca, I think a lot of people were saying they're not producing soca because nobody's gonna listen, but everybody was home and wrote music.
And you know who took that song? What Farm and Happy Backyard? Yeah, he took it. That song was the song of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What song was that?
Backyard.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A lot of artists had some big songs during the pandemic.
Yeah. So true. So true. So I want you to give everyone your handles. We're gonna take a quick short 1 minute break. Give everyone your handles, where they can find you, your social media handles and so forth. We'll take a break and come back.
Okay, I'm on Instagram. It's Kinetic, ITS KINETIC. And my email is itskineticmusic@gmail.com.
All right. I want to thank everyone for logging in. Make sure and go on our app. Go wherever you get your apps on your phone and download. I think we have for all smartphones at the moment, or I think for Apple right now, and we're working on all other smartphones, but you can check it out. You can listen to us. You can see us as well. If you are not able to do the app, you could go on YouTube and see us on Island Vibe or on Table Talk Show with Nikki G The Voice. We're also on Facebook at Nikki G The Voice. Well, you wouldn't get it on my Facebook at the moment, but just go on to YouTube and you can see us there. All right, keep it locked to islandvibe.net. We'll be right back, taking a short break. All right, so we're back. The time has gone by so fast. I can't believe we just started and an hour and a half just flew by, But before I even forget, if I forget or whatever, it's like, I'm super proud of where you've reached, all these songs, the mindset, everything. It's like, it's amazing. It's just amazing, What advice would you give to, a lot of people said this past carnival, and you still see them saying it all the time. It's like they don't play new soca enough, especially on the radio stations. Sometimes at events, you always hear the old soca. Not that it's bad. It's nice to hear some of that, but then you have to switch it up a bit, right? What advice would you give to DJs that you think, like when you're in a party, what advice would you give them?
So I've heard both sides of the argument, right? I hear a lot of DJs say, and I understand, right? A lot of DJs say, there are thousands of songs being put out, released, right? Especially for the season. So it's like there's so much song, and I feel like a lot of them just go with the familiar names. You know, so I get it. Like, it's hard to just sift through all of these songs to find, and you know, I don't think they just sit down there and listen to over 1,000 songs, right? But you know, my advice would just, you know, just just pick out a couple random songs and, you know, give them a chance. Like, there's a lot of talented artists out there that aren't being heard.
Yeah.
You know, give them a chance.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Take
so
the time, you know, some days take the time to listen to other, and don't just look for the familiar name. Listen, you know, listen to some new artists. Yeah. And there's a few new artists that's breaking through.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. There's different genres of music that we have now besides ragga soca. What is that new type of soca? Well, it's not soca, but
What's that? Was Zest?
yeah, zest. Would you, or do you see yourself doing any collaborations or something along those lines?
I do. Because I have a song I wanted to reach out to Young Brother. Yeah, and I was like, all right, like, it's like, you'll be perfect on this song, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't mind working with you know, artists in that genre.
Yeah. He's one that marketing skills is on point, I would say.
He has a great team.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. That's with the music now. You have to find. I won't say it's a gimmick, but you got to find, you know, a way to stand out
from others. Yeah. And the thing is like, I mean, you've heard, this is an old saying where they say sex sells, right? And then I think in reality, things that go on in your life as well, you know, simple things people might sing about, like how you say the guy was singing about what, peas or something like that. Yeah, and it was just catchy, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be nonsensical, but I think in repetition and you know, you format your own ways. All right, so I know our time is going down. I want to play my game real quick, and then we'll come back to you, 2 new songs. All right.
All right.
So the first question I have: if heaven had a gate, right? You're not dead or anything, you're alive. If heaven had a gate, what would you like God to tell you, or any advice you'd like him to give you?
Like, I could just go up there
and you're visiting him like an uncle, and you're like, you know what, Uncle God, or Daddy God, or however you want to address him. What advice do you have for me? What can you tell me to make my life better, or any question you want to ask?
I would say make better decisions, you know, financially.
You would ask him to tell you how to do that?
No, so the question is, like, am I asking him advice on making my life better?
What would you like God to tell you, or advice you'd like him to give you?
Just advice on just making better decisions. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Like him to tell you what to do in order to make better decisions.
Yeah.
Okay,
something
to
like
make life better.
I don't know if I'm answering that right. Yeah, something like that.
All right. Okay. All right. What would make you happy?
A roti right now.
I feel you. Because
yesterday, I'll be honest, a roti right now. Nice chicken roti and a solo.
Nice. Yeah. If you had a chance, if you had to change one thing, what would it be?
Honestly, Nikki, I feel like I'm good where I'm at. You know, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Yeah.
All right. And What do you think of it? What was the name? Let me see. What advice would you give your younger self?
What advice I'll give my younger self? Probably the same advice I said in the beginning. Just better decision making, make better decisions, be a little more aggressive with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's about it.
Okay. Okay, so this is a left question. And some people do it in reference to music, some people do it in reference to whatever. However you take this question is up to you. What sound turns you on? That's a breaking the ice
Wow.
question.
What sound
turns you on?
Can I pass on that one?
Nope. So let me give you some examples. I've had people who said when I get a beat, it turns me on. Like a good beat just like makes me feel good. So it's a feel good thing. Not
Yeah.
necessarily like sexually or anything like that. So that's why I say is in reference to music. It could be in reference to anything.
With me is I like, as far as music, a well written song. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I like the sound of the beach, the waves.
You know what I like too? The song of rain. Like
Yes.
remember that rain that used to fall on
the galvanized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. My dad.
Yeah, the sound of rain.
Yeah. We used to have galvanized, and then we changed it to this kind of sheet, type of material.
Yeah.
So you can hear like pitter patter of the
Yeah.
rain. Yeah, that sounded really good. I think my last one was one thing. What is the one thing that irks your nerves or your pet peeve?
I would say inconsiderate people. I have a lot of things that irk me, but I'd say inconsiderate people.
Yeah. And elaborate on that. Like what like an example of probably what you went through at one time.
I can't really think of anything, but off the top of my head. But I was like, people that don't acknowledge that they did something wrong to you, or that irks me. People who are, they did something and they're very nonchalant about it. Like it's like whatever with them, and it's like something that is really bothering you. Like they did something and they're like, oh, whatever.
They don't even want to.
It's not that serious.
Yeah. But how would you get over something like that? Would you speak about it, or do you expect them to understand that you are perturbed, you are angry?
I sometimes I just like, you know what, forget it. Or sometimes I'm like, it depends on who it is. I'm like, yo, you just did this, and I'll be more vocal and tell them like, yo, such and such is the case. I didn't like that, Yeah.
Okay. And someone was saying with the roti question that they wanted a roti too.
A chicken roti right now would be nice.
Yeah, of course. What do you think of the Caribbean as a whole, and what would you change? That's my last question.
Caribbean as a whole is beautiful. Like I've been, for the past couple of years, I've been island hopping. I just love it. I just loved it, watching different cultures, because everybody think the Caribbean, we're all the same, and it's like everywhere I go, it's like they're all different, even though it's a Caribbean world, and that's what I love about it. Just learning about different cultures, and I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything.
I you know, they tend to say Trinis are proud, and I would say yes,
Yeah,
proud.
I think everywhere everybody's proud. Jamaicans are
Yeah,
proud. You know,
yeah,
everybody's. Yeah,
it's true. And I'm proud to be from the Caribbean. I'm proud of my culture.
yeah,
I'm proud that I could be of multi-ethnic groups,
yeah,
and it doesn't matter to my peers where I'm from or who I am or anything like that. I mean, we have our little thing or whatever, but it's
yeah,
like I know how to interact with all different types of people. It doesn't matter, you
yeah.
know? And Korean people have that ingrown appreciation and love for life, the ones that
Hmm.
do, you know, but the majority of them, I would
Yeah.
think, do. And how we treat family and friends and all that stuff, you know?
Hmm.
All right. Awesome. That's my game right there. Thank you for playing.
Welcome.
So we're going on to your new songs. The newest song that we have right now, or you have right now, is Farming. All
Yeah.
right. What were you thinking of when you penned or thought of farming?
So farming goes back to when I tell you I love kaiso, right? Raw kaiso. So I listen to a lot of Zandoli, Black Prince and stuff like that. Those are the guys that they would tell stories, but the double entendre. What is it? Double entendre. So they'll get you sing about one thing, but it means another.
Oh, like double meanings, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I listen to a lot of that, and that's from just taking road trips with my mother. That's what she would listen to. So that's how I fell in love with that. Just from whatever she listened to, I listened to, and I fall in love with it.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
happens.
So
Yeah.
and then she would be giving me the stories, and that's what I miss about her. The stories that she's like, oh, okay, this and this, such and such was going on. Like she would tell me about the backstory with Sparrow, and he was, this person, that person. They were rivals and all of that stuff. So
Okay.
the farming came about. I listened to a lot of Zandoli, right? And I just love his music. So that's where the concept came from.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
good.
And then I reached out to Mr. Lion. He produced it.
Oh, Lion
Yeah.
Sounds Productions.
Yeah,
Right.
Lion Raw.
Lion
Raw.
Roll
Yeah.
Productions. Right.
Yeah. So that's one of my good friends. Like he gives me good advice and stuff like that. I call him anytime if I need advice on music or what direction to go with a song. So he produced it for me.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are. We're playing Farming.
Yeah.
It's kinetic again. Excellent. Time to do some farming. Then we do some farming. Now let me start. This woman call me from St. Marlin. Tell me she in a little jam. Yeah. She husband just dead and gone. She piece like a roadie land. She only use it for garden. Hey. But she don't know nothing more farming. She hear what I do for Jamaica, what I do for Beverly. She hear I walk with a big bull, and grow up the whole field. Listen now, I show the land unclear. Listen now, trim all them weeds. Listen now, don't tell nobody. But I go do this little work for free. I come to till up your garden, plant some seed on your land. I come to till up your garden, plant some seed on your land.
Very nice. The reason why I do this show, and I really enjoy to hear the stories.
Yeah.
Of, I probably just fast, but I really like to hear the stories of people, where they came from, what they did, especially artists, because there's so much to tell. People just think that we're just one dimensional and this is all we're doing, and stuff, but there's so much behind it. You know what I mean? So it's my pleasure to interview you.
Thank you.
Second time around, and we have so much more to talk about. You know what I mean? Because it's on.
Parang, we have my third interview around Christmas.
Exactly. Exactly. We're doing this too. We all and great,
Yeah.
So on the topic of Parang, I know we have a couple of minutes. So on the topic of Parang, I say I was gonna have everyone hear you sing a little Parang. So could you just enlighten us with one of your songs, like a quick, a quick second.
You know what's funny? I know I said it earlier. Like I remember all the
lyrics.
The lyrics. Let me see if I get So I have a song called Santa Claus, I just want to ask one question. Why you drink my rum? Yeah. I had no drinks. I can't remember the lyrics. Huh? Yeah, we'll have to do this another time, Nikki.
No problem.
We'll have to do this another time. Let me see.
No.
I think I got it on YouTube.
All right. No problem.
Let me see if I can sing. I'll sing along to it. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely had to do a Christmas segment. Yeah.
So this one is called Roman Parang. Yeah. Roman Parang. Don't ask me to put no clover, no ham, no. Roman Parang. She make a cake, so she want me to grease up the pan. What's wrong with this woman is Roman Parang. Patrol playing by Mr. Sam. Roman Parang. Silly jam. I say, babes, I leave in. I'm gonna treat what's coming this evening. Say, wait, where you going? You see that the living room in the painting. She want me move some furniture. I say, baby, I have a hernia. I'm pain. My back hurting. The only cure for this is a shot a punching. I want me Roman Parang. Don't ask me to put no clover, no ham, no. Roman Parang. She making cake, so she want me grease up the pan. What's wrong with this woman? Roman Parang. I hear Quattro playing by Mr. Sam. Roman Parang. I get a call say, boy, you're missing this jam. This blasted woman. Yeah.
That is super dope.
Yeah, it's fun. My parents them is fun. Like most of the parents them is fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's always a nice story and you know.
Yeah. But parang is also like metaphoric, right? In the sense that sometimes when you sing something, it means something else sometimes.
Yes, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. That is really nice. All right. So your new song that you said it was just released or you didn't release it?
I haven't released it yet, but I wanted to give a little preview.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's Answer the Call. So pretty much Answer the Call is like, you know, the carnival calling, the season is here.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll answer the call when the spirit called me.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do a quick 30 seconds or so of a snippet of the song, Answer the Call.
Yeah.
Tell them send up this signal. I said they're calling me. The bacchanal calling me. Excellent. It's Kinetic again. Hello, my friends. How you doing? Tell me how you feeling. When the carnival spirit say, come on. I will answer the call. When the carnival spirit say, come on. I will answer the call. To the rescue. I bring in a couple of friends too. We coming to turn up your venue. I hope you have drinks on the menu. And some soca to wine too. Ask me if I'm slowing down. I'll be fetting on the kingdom come. I'll be jamming till the jamming done. I'll be there, no worry. When the carnival spirit say, come on. I will answer the call.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Real vibe. I love that. That is really nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Really,
So
really
that's my next release.
Yeah. So where are you streaming your song so people can go and find you?
I'm on Spotify.
Okay.
I'm on Apple Music also. A couple of different streaming platforms, but yeah, you can find me on Spotify.
Okay. Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah, so that's all the music up there.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what and advice, I think I had mentioned this before, but I think it was mostly to well, you did give advice to artists, but any other advice that you could give to artists as far as any advice you'd like to give?
I just say keep pushing, keep pushing, do what you love. In don't get frustrated if your music is not good, because you have a gift, right? I have a gift, and just because I don't make it in the music industry, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop creating. That's like an artist. If his artwork ain't selling, he's not gonna just put down the brush. He's just gonna keep painting.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say. Just keep doing what you love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Don't just give up on your gift just because you're not accepted in this industry or that. Just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Creating.
Yeah, because
that's what they can't take that from you. They can't take your creativity.
Exactly.
They could put up that gate to stop you, but they could not take your creativity.
Yeah. That's what I said. I said, when I do my thing, right? Or I mean, I used to listen. I don't know if you know PM Dawn.
Yeah.
Right? Back in the
That's
day.
back then, Nikki. You're showing your age.
I know. But it's stuck, as you said that.
Your daughter probably sound like, who?
Who is PM Dawn? But that, I don't even want to bust out the melody because I might embarrass myself.
Yeah.
But those were one of the people that I listened to, and I remember them saying, even, let me see if I could pick a soca artist, Corey, but I know his real name. What Corey go by? But so Corey was saying, and PM Dawn was saying, sometimes you have to go, let's say it's not selling in Trinidad. People went to England, people went to Canada, and they went to different places, and you find people enjoy your music so much.
Yeah.
Some people would look at the let's say you post on Instagram, and Instagram will show you that people in China listen to your music.
Yeah.
As far as my voice, I've seen people in Canada, in Europe, Barbados, and certain places that listen. So when you think you haven't made it, you've made it because people are listening. Maybe not where you wanted to listen, but they say, what is to happen would happen. What is for you will be. And you might probably want to be in one place, but your direction that God has for you.
You'll be surprised, you'll blow up in another.
Exactly. So continue. So with that being said, continue what you're doing.
Thank you.
Don't think that you haven't made it, or anybody that's listening to the show, don't think that you haven't made it. You've made it because you're here right now doing what you love. You have the tools. You might probably need more tools in order to do things, but it'll come. And wish you much success in everything that you do.
And it's always a pleasure, Nikki. I appreciate all your support you've given me over the years. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right.
You're welcome. So everyone have a great day. Well, I'm not going to sign up. We have like a couple minutes, but I know you have to go. I know you have things to do before, you get licks.
Yeah. I hear the voice downstairs. I'm like, let me go now.
I know. But thank you so much, Keston, for being on here. Much love and success in everything that you do. And thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. You take care. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Island Vibe Music. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back. And any highlights that I have, I'll give it to you then. Keep it locked. Make sure and download our app. Our app for Island Vibe. Vibe is on your phone right now. For iPhones, I think we're working on all phones at the moment. You could see us. If you're listening, you could see us on YouTube as well. All right. But do the app because you could take us everywhere on the app. Keep it locked to Island Vibe. We're taking a short break and we'll be back.
Drunk in the people place,
Back Table Talk show with Nikki G the Voice. The show was jam-packed. If you guys are now tuning in, I had Kinetic on my show today, which is Keston. And he had so much to offer, so many gems that he dropped, right? And I want you guys to add him. Let me make sure I get it right. So you could add him. It's ITSKINETIC, right? So you could add him on SoundCloud. I think he said his music is on Apple and also Spotify. And you could go stream his music. You could go buy his music. Really good music. Okay. And you could go back and look at the show. Also, another thing, download our app. Right now, we have an app for Island Vibe that you could download and keep us in your pocket, and you could listen to us all day long. We have the other DJs that is up with the mix. We also have the 3rd annual Parang that is coming up. And that's the Parang Now Start for Island Vibe, which is happening on Saturday, 14th December. So stay tuned for that. Go on islandvibe.net and you'll get all the different things that are happening, the news that's happening, the DJs. You could click on that. Also on the app, you could click on each DJ, find out about them. So much going on for Island Vibe, and we have a lot going on this show as well. All right. So thank you for tuning in to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the Voice. You can add me on all social medias. Just type in Nikki G, the Voice. You can Google me as well, Nikki G, the Voice. And thank you, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful day. We're giving you 2 minutes back in your day, so you could go back if you're just tuning in and look at the entire interview. I want to thank my guests and all my guests that has come on the show. Anyone wants to come on the show as well, you could email me at nikkijthevoice@gmail.com or talktable54 at gmail.com. Yeah. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And thank you for tuning in. All right. Later.
It's kinetic again. Excellent. Time to do some fun.
Plus this.
Welcome to Table Talk with Nikki G the Voice, where we bring to you highlights of entrepreneurs, leaders, organizers, and much more. A broad spectrum of professionals, including chefs, artists, designers, musicians, and much more. Our show is a new brand of talk shows where we educate, bring transparency, and last but not least, fun. Table Talk. Get ready for our seasons, a roller coaster of emotions, all wrapped into one. Caribbean style. We'll cover our Caribbean roots as well, so keep it locked. Welcome to Table Talk. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and iTunes.
Own it, girl, you just own it. 'Cause your body's on fire. Show me how to control it.
Catch Kinetic this Saturday at 10 a.m. Full 2-hour show with Nikki G the Voice on Island Vibe Radio. Keep it locked to Table Talk Show with Nikki G the Voice.